So we're here outside of Kroger Field for Florida game day, and we're going around talking to fans, seeing what their perspective of the game is. So first, what is your name?
Chris Perry.
Chris, I'm Trace. Nice to meet you. So Mark Stoops had an all-time quote this week on Monday. He said, how could you ever disrespect the UK fans? Of course they're going to get here. I got full confidence in them pounding beers early. Did you do what he asked? What time did you get here?
Oh, of course. You know, we left Louisville about 6 a.m., got here around 7:30. Oh, shit.
Yeah, just keep it rolling. We got a car coming.
So we got here around 7:30. You know, went to the liquor store, got 2 30s for everybody. So about 15 beers deep now, waiting for the game to start, go kick a fucking Florida Gators ass, baby. That's what we're doing. That's what we came here to do.
What's your go-to drink? What'd you drink this morning?
Oh, Busch Light. Busch Light gets you going.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap. You can just throw a lot down.
Of course. I mean, you can put them down just like water at this point. That's what they taste like.
We got here like 2 hours ago. We're probably like 3 or 4 deep.
4 deep?
Yeah.
You got any in you, ma'am?
She's younger than I am. I only have one.
Oh, I have one. That's okay. You got plenty of daylight left. Did you all pound any beers?
Not me, because I've not been feeling good. But, the day's still early.
Yeah, it is still early. We can get you some if you want.
Yeah.
Me
either, not yet.
No, sir. That's okay. You still have fun without it.
So unfortunately, we just got here because we had a parking pass issue. So it took us a little while. So we're pounding beers now. We're a couple beers in. We're going hard liquor now. So we're going to catch up. Yep. Same thing. No, same thing.
And what are you drinking today?
We're drinking tequila, blue carousel. What is it? Gatorade? Gator mix something? I don't know. So, yeah, it's something online.
What time did y'all get here? How many beers have you pounded so far?
That's a question for y'all.
Well, it's 5 o'clock summer, right, baby? We've had 4 beers, shot of whiskey. We want to keep on going.
Pretty much the same thing as him. Next question is, Kentucky has a chance to go have 3 straight wins against Florida. I think you said you're 21, I'm 25, so in our lifetimes, that's never happened. It's a pretty big deal if they were to pull it off. What's your thoughts on that? Like, how big of a deal is that? Most of our lives, Kentucky was just, we were losing to Florida every year. Now the tides have turned a little bit. What's your thoughts on that?
We was always Kentucky, the basketball school, and now the fact that, we're playing with some of the best people in the SEC conference, it means a lot. Especially, growing up being a Kentucky fan, you never thought football was a big deal. So, now we're the real deal. 3 years in a row, haven't beat them for 31 years. Now we're going for 3 in a row. It means a lot.
I mean, the last few years have been a little tough, so it's a big game for Florida, but I think we're ready. I'm excited.
I think it is. I mean, this is definitely a rivalry game. The SEC is a powerhouse in football, and, I think now that this is a competition, this is going to be a great game.
I personally think, it is going to be a great game, hopefully, for the Gators, not in Kentucky, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But I think for me, when I've grown up watching Florida football, you've always been, you're not little brother, that's Tennessee. You're like little nephew. So, but it has gotten closer. It's been a little better. So I'm excited for the game. I think it'll be a good game this year, but we'll see. You're not going to go 3-0 against us, though, the past 3 years. It ain't happening.
What do you think? I don't know. We're just hoping for a good game, But all I got to say is it's another Tim Tebow era, and we're going to win it all, baby.
It matters more than anything now. This rivalry is something that typically was a Gator win, and it's needed. Billy Napier is on the hot seat every single game he plays because he's got to produce. We have a healthy offensive line this game. We get some playmakers coming back. We're riding a little bit of momentum, and we need to carry this through. I don't know that Bob Stoops is going to not Bob Stoops. Mark Stoops.
That's okay.
I don't know if Mark Stoops is going to carry this through because he had a good run too, and he lost some players when Will Levis left. I don't know that they've replaced their quarterback properly. So, it's very important for both teams. Kentucky is undefeated. This is just as important for them as it is for us.
We have finally found some Gator. Let's go. Sir, did you prepare all this Gator this morning?
Yep.
Can you talk a little bit about it? How long does that take to cook, and what all goes into cooking Gator?
You got to brine it, and then we dry brine it, and then we got here at 11 o'clock last night and started cooking it about 2 o'clock, so it took about 7 hours to cook it.
Where do you get one of these? I don't know where you buy Gator in Lexington.
We order it online.
So you all are clearly not from Kentucky. I think you said both from Maryland. What's your takeaways of Lexington? Is this your first time here? What stands out to you about your trip to Lexington?
This is first time. Actually, we haven't seen a lot, but what we've seen is the campus. It's a really nice campus, and it's a great venue.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't seen a lot like he said, but I completely agree with what he said. The campus is really beautiful. It's, great spot, great football weather. great football atmosphere. It's perfect.
So how far was your commute? I think did you say like 8 hours driving?
8 hours. It was 8.5 hours driving.
Long hours?
Yeah, long hours.
I guess overnight, or when did you
Overnight, yeah. We got here about 1:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And so got a few hours sleep and decided to come out here and tailgate.
So how did the Maryland-Florida connection? I know you said you went to Florida, but how'd you become a fan of Florida?
So I was in the Navy, and I was stationed in Jacksonville, Florida, and the Navy said, hey, we're going to send you to University of Florida to get your master's. So I went there for a year and just kind of grew both my boys into both being from Florida fans and then also being Naval Academy fans.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I mean, I've been a Gator fan my whole life, so it's just been in the blood.
It's definitely a nicer day out than it would be in Gainesville. It'd be really hot in Gainesville today. But we're ready to rock. We like the stadium. We're ready to have a good time.
Is this your first time at the stadium?
First time in Lexington.
Hope it doesn't disappoint you. And I'm sure you've been here plenty of times, right? You've seen plenty of Kentucky games?
Yes, for the last 40 years.
Well, how was the trip up here? Did you drive? Did you fly? What did that look like?
Me and some buddies flew into Cincinnati, spent the night there, checked out downtown Cincinnati, which was a good time, and we just drove into Lexington this morning.
On your drive into Lexington, what's your takeaways? What did you notice? I know it's two different landscapes in Florida. Y'all got palm trees, swampy area. We got a lot of different things to offer, horse farms. But what's your biggest takeaway?
It's first time here. Honestly, it's really pretty town, pretty city. We just got here, so we haven't seen that much of it. But from what we've seen, I think it seems like a pretty cool. Be a nice place to go to college. I like it.
It's clearly you all are Florida fans. Are you from Florida, or are you from anywhere else, or where are you guys from?
I'm from Tampa. We all go to UF though.
Yeah, we go to Florida.
And we're from Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida, baby.
All Florida, okay. What's the if you told someone to come to Florida and go to a city down there, what's the best one that you would offer?
I think Miami's the best.
Miami, Florida. We got the hottest babes in the world, baby. Let's go.
I know you all said, I think you said you haven't been in Lexington that long, but so far, what's your takeaway? What do you think of this atmosphere? What do you think of the landscape? I know they're two different states.
The atmosphere is a lot like UF, the SEC school. It doesn't look that much different. We do more like everywhere on campus there's people, so it feels like home.
Would you say Florida tailgates are better?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do want to say though, the people are very nice.
Yeah.
Some of them, they give us some shot of bourbon.
Yeah.
They're very welcoming. So
Get some Kentucky hospitality. That's what they like to give you.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the?
Not all. Not everybody.
What'd you think of the brown water this morning?
brown water?
Bourbon.
That's what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
Delicious. What was the brand?
Woodford Reserve, best whiskey out there, man.
They say it puts hair on your chest. I've been trying to get hair on my head for years. It ain't working.
I love the stadium. I've been to 5 SEC stadiums now at this point. It's probably one of my favorites. I haven't been inside yet, but outside atmosphere is pretty awesome. It's comparable to other events. LSU is a good, Death Valley's a good spot. It's just a good spot. I think it's got a good atmosphere. You got a good crowd. Everybody's hospitable, so it's good.
For you to say Kentucky is a good atmosphere, we're 10 years ago, I don't know if we would even say that. So those are good words for us because we've came a long way. Yeah. So if we just got compared to Death Valley, I think we're doing something right.
Obviously not in the size of stadium, but look at the atmosphere around you. I mean, you have the people are here, especially for a noon kickoff. That's the hard part. People have probably been here since 9 a.m. So this is pretty awesome.
And what's your score prediction for the game? You got Cats, you got Gators, you got what's your score prediction?
I got Cats 24-21, winning field goal.
And I love your outfit. That's what kind of got me coming over to you. Where'd you get this? Do you rock this out most game days? Is it for special games?
Special games only. Big game like this at home, you got to show out.
A lot of fans don't like the checkerboard. I do a little bit. I'm okay with them changing, but I was one of the ones that liked the checkerboard a little bit more than most people. It seems like you like it as well.
Oh, dude, the OG checkerboard, you can never go wrong with it. Like you were saying, we haven't beat Kentucky in so long. You got to think we had the checkerboards back then. Bring them back,
What is your all score predictions for this game? I want to hear, let's see who's got the best score prediction.
28-21 Kentucky.
I'm going 21-14 Florida.
I think we'll pull out a win, but I think it's going to be close. I'll say 34-27.
I'll say 28-14.
Well, pretty confident. I like it. I can respect that.
I really don't like this part. I'm obviously biased. I want Florida to win. I do think it's going to be a close game. I think Stoops is a real solid coach. He's developed a good program here. My bias choice, 24-21, something along those lines for the Gators, but who knows? That could just jinx me right now, so we'll see.
How does Florida beat Kentucky? What's something one thing they've got to do correct today to beat Kentucky?
Establish the run and then play solid defense.
Gators by a mile.
Let's do a modest.
I got 28-24, Gators on top.
I'm going to go, like the Dolphins, 70-20.
70-20, 70-20 like Dolphins, baby.
Like the Dolphins.
So you're pretty confident. What goes into that? What's the difference between these two teams?
Heismertz.
Who is it?
Graham Mertz, our quarterback. Heismertz.
I've got to question you on this. Kentucky hosted him for a visit. We got pretty much between. I mean, I hate to come out and say it, but they had to pick between him and Devin Leary. They went with Leary. Do you think that means anything?
Honestly, no, I don't really follow college football. I don't really know. But we do know, I don't know.
We're going to win because we're here. It's fine.
Okay, I love the spirit.
Just us.
We did have a good competition last year, Anthony Richardson and Will Levis. So that was really cool to see.
Last year's game?
Oh yeah, between both quarterbacks went well. Will Levis dropped a little bit.
You brought the game. Kentucky won that game, right?
They did.
So we've gotten some Gator chomps. They came right over to us. We're currently outnumbered. We're outnumbered in Kroger Field. Can we get some score predictions? Can we get a score prediction?
I don't know.
35-28.
Can we get a score prediction?
35-28 Gators.
35-28. I agree with that.
I don't think Kentucky's not getting 28 points. I'm sorry, we're talking 42-17.
I say 23-19. Kentucky, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I'm saying 24-18, so.
Pretty confident in a win today, right?
Yes,
I think so.
three in a row.
They're working on it, so I think they've got it going.
Can we get a good Go Cats at the camera?
Go Cats!